Hello, welcome to Volume 2 of the Q&A with me. We're going to get right to it. Let's see. First question, what has been your favorite memory of your music career? For me personally, it would be two of the last Suicide Awareness shows, the Open Chord show and the VFW show. We always have a good time at the VFW, but this one was really special. They're always special, but I would say those two are my favorites so far. Um, let's see. Favorite Misfits song. Okay. So I'm going to split this up into two categories. I'm going to have favorite Misfits songs I like to listen to by Graves and Danzig, and then favorite songs I like to play by Graves and Danzig. So favorite ones to listen to, I'm going to go with the Mars songs. So from Danzig, it would be the Teenage from Mars, and then for Graves, I would say Mars Attacks. I don't know why, I just like all their Mars songs, and I fell in love with The Martian. I like that one. Alright, let's see. And I do love both Graves and Danzig songs. I mean, I grew up with both, so whatever their personal stuff is, whatever. But as far as the music stuff, I love those. Alright, we'll get to that one at the end, because that's going to take a minute. How do you get your tone? Okay. Probably last year I did a Rick rundown with Campbell's Music Store. You can find it on their YouTube page and their socials, and it explains what I use. I don't think we went into the amp much, but we can get into that in another question. But basically, I just use a pick to my guitar to the amp. That's it. I don't use effects. I don't use any other fancy stuff. That's it. I don't like doing the tap dancing thing because there's no point for me. It's just not for me. Anyhow, other people were good at it, but not me. All right, next, how are you so fast on guitar? Well, some practice, and then I don't know. After a while, like it just comes natural. Like I don't know. It's like I was made to go fast. At least playing guitar. What song would you like to have someone cover of yours? This is a tricky one. I think it would be cool to have like a country bluegrass type female singer to do Picking the Pieces Up. I think that would be cool. But mostly, I think it would be cool to have bands we've played with play our songs. Like it'd be cool have 1134 do Surfside Slasher, and Bakaloo do like The Code, or especially bands doing stuff they don't normally do. Huge fan of that. I'm a huge fan of bands doing covers. I know some people give shit for that, but I love it, especially when they do it like in their own style. So yeah, that's my pick for that. What song would you want to cover that you haven't? Oh. Okay, so we were going to do a Disney tribute EP way back in the day, like when Chase first joined, or right after we recorded the album, somewhere around there. And my pick was the Goofy movie I Die. I think that would be so cool. I learned the riff and everything. We played around a little bit on it. And then we actually messed around with We Don't Talk About Bruno, too. I'll have to post the little snippet we did of that. It's pretty fun. But that would be my pick. Disney songs. Will it be weird not being in the band you started? I think it's going to be more weird for them at first. But I support them, and like in the last Q&A, it's in good hands, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. I've heard snippets of a potential new person coming in, so I'm excited for that, and I'm gonna come support them in at least their first show. I think they're gonna take some time off after my last show, but all this can change. Who knows? Life keeps lifing. But yeah, I'm excited for it. And it's cool, like I said before, to kind of pass it on, and they have something they get something out of it too. All right. Let's see. Greatest success in life. I'm gonna get serious on this one, and I'm gonna say that being here right now, still being alive, is my greatest success. Because there was many times that I didn't want to. I'm sure people watching this can relate. But don't give up. Reach out to somebody. You know, I've made tons of videos on talking about it, and I'm actually going to give a speech at a place later this month. I'll post that up as soon as I get all the details on it. But yeah, that's my greatest success. And let's see. Why California? Okay. I don't like cold. There's stuff Ashley wants to do that we can do out there. We like the vibe. We like we would fit in there is the best way I could say. And okay, chicken or beef tacos. Okay, here we go. There's always got to be a taco question. So the answer is both and more, because you can't go wrong with any taco. I'm gonna sound like Forrest Gump here. Chicken tacos, beef tacos, shrimp tacos, breakfast tacos, ice cream tacos. Anything you're gonna put in a taco, I'm gonna eat it. Except for probably mayonnaise. I don't like mayonnaise. Or sour cream. Other than that, I'm down. Let's do it. Taco time. Okay, favorite piece of gear or guitar. Okay, favorite guitar, that we'll start with that. I would say playing live, the Dimebag, the flame guitar. Favorite guitar, period, probably the oldest one I got, my purple one. It's in a bag somewhere because we were using it for the Misfit shit. But I've had that thing since 2001. I bought it in high school, and it's there's a funny story with it. I was having practice with the band then, and the singer just got wasted, and he just kept messing up, and I don't know, I got frustrated. I was a teenager. I threw the guitar in his direction, and it cracked it, but it still plays. I put a screw in it. It's got electric tape around the bottom. Still works. Sounds great. And it's got an awesome neck. I love that neck. Let's see. Gear, it would have to be Baby, what the band calls Baby. And that's my Mesa Mark 535 amp head. It's amazing. And like that talked earlier, I don't use pedals or anything, so same thing with my amp. I have it on settings, and that's it. I don't touch it after that. I've not touched it since the first show. So whatever it lands on is what it sounds like, and people says it sounds good, cool. I just focus on the playing part and just having fun getting people into it. Because that's my favorite part, is when people get into it. Are you from Knoxville or Johnson City? Okay, we get this a lot. Because the Johnson City people think we're from Knoxville. The Knoxville people think we're from Johnson City. The answer is neither. We're in between. We practice in Morristown. That's where this is. This is Morristown. So our first show was in Johnson City, and then we broke into Knoxville with the Brickyard, and we started playing there a lot. I'm originally from Knoxville, but we moved when I was very little, and Chase and Nick were both in Morristown at the time that we started. Jeremiah's been in, I'm going to get this wrong, I think Rogersville. And so he drives like a half hour for practice every week. There's some bands that drive 2 hours for practice, and it's insane. Let's see. Jordan, I think, is in Rogersville as well. I could be wrong about that. Willow and Corey are in Knoxville. So we're spread out a little bit. Yeah. So every show we go to, I drive at least an hour. Whether I go watch it or I go play it. And we've done over 100 shows. Every one of them being an hour away. So we do love to play. And yeah, that takes care of that. All right. Let's see. Okay, here's the big one. What advice would you give for starting or being in a band? Number one rule, and this goes for relationships of any kind: don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to your bandmates. Don't be a dick to your significant others. Don't be a dick to the promoters or to anybody that helps you or to your fans. Certainly don't be a dick to your fans. Just don't be a dick. Other than that, like starting a band, I would say personality comes before talent. Somebody can get better. You can't fix a personality. If they're obnoxious or like hard to work with or super controlling, it's not going to work. It's just like a marriage, any relationship. It's not going to work. You got to be able to talk openly and be able to take some criticism from each other, or at least express your concerns. I'd say more expressing your concerns than anything. And that goes, like I said, with any relationship. So yeah, and just have fun. That's what it's really about. If I can't stand it, like I've been in bands before or projects before where like somebody just takes charge and it's gotta be this way, it's gotta be that way, and like, dude, no, let's just have fun. Whatever comes out, I ain't gonna tell you how to play your instrument. I may show you techniques or something if you want me to, but that's your part. That's my part. Let's see what they sound like together. That's what it should be, in my opinion. Okay, so that's starting a band. Being in a band, okay. Ever since my first show, the biggest thing I would say is support. Support your bandmates, support the other bands, support the venues. It's very important. Like, I wouldn't be here if first band we played with didn't sit out in our set, like watch us and get into it, even though we were probably really terrible at the time. But they still supported us, and I took that away. So every show, I'm the first person there, I'm the last person to leave, because I love the whole vibe. It's like a family vibe, and that's really important to me. So, and if a band buys my shirt, you better believe I'm probably gonna buy a sticker anyway from them. But if they buy a shirt and they wear a shirt, I'm going to the show. If they come to my show, I'm going to their show. I don't care if it's an hour away. That's the way the scene should be. If you're playing with bands, you should go out there and support them at least a song or two. You know, it's we're a family, and it's all about supporting each other. Support the venues. Go, buy their merch. Get whatever they sell there, food, whatever. So yeah, support. Don't be a dick. Those are my best two things as far as advice goes in being in a band. And help. When I say support, like if you're in a band and somebody's doing all this stuff, sometimes they like doing it. Like I like doing all this stuff, but help promote the stuff. That can go a long way, and whatever. Some bands take turns. Some bands all work together. It just depends on what fits the vibe of the band. And just make sure everybody's having fun, because I've seen it when people have not had fun, and it's not pleasant. All right, that does it for this Q&A. If you'd like to send more questions in, I'll do another one. If I'll probably do a final one during the final week of the show. Just get some things off the chest and all that. Anyway, talk to you later.